Spirit light body, man. Okay. I wasn't gonna do this, but you know what? Bump it. I am. So I want to explain something to you guys. You know how we've been tapping into like the whole wave mechanics thing and all that stuff or whatever, right? You've been looking at my posts. You would know that. You've been listening to the last few videos. You would know that I've been talking about the physics of spirituality and stuff like that, because spirituality and physics is really one. Just like I've been telling y'all, science and spirituality is really one. We all know that for a long time. It's unification, right? So I told you May 6, 1988, the 5 and the 6, the physical body coming into union with the soul. You see what I'm saying? Or the spirit and the soul, or uniting your fire and your water, or whatever, man, whatever two dualistic components. It's all about being able to unify that, right? You see what I'm saying? And so I want to talk about a top military secret, y'all. Yes, top military secret. So in order to do that, we got to get into a little bit of physics, right? Y'all can go look at that post I did yesterday about wave mechanics. There's a couple diagrams where you're going to see it's talking about the transverse wave is the electric field, and then they're going to show you the one that's like this is the magnetic field, right? So they're interweaving. So the direction that the wave is propagating, you see what I'm saying? They're going to tell you that the magnetic field propagates, I think it's perpendicular, some type of way. Regardless, like I said, you can go look at the diagram or whatever. I don't want to mess it up. But I want you to understand something about it, right? So if you go watch the physics of what causes a tsunami, you're going to see them explain longitudinal waves, but they're not going to call it that. Just like in that diagram, they're not going to call it a longitudinal wave. Now, you have to specifically search for longitudinal electromagnetic fields or longitudinal waves, right? Which is a compressional wave, right? So understanding that or whatever, it's like, hold on, wait. This really is a top military secret. That's why when you go look into the videos about explaining the tsunami, it explains the longitudinal wave, but it doesn't call it that. Just like when you go look at them diagrams, anybody who studies electromagnetism knows that you never have an electric field present without a magnetic field. You see what I'm saying? So they're very funny about explaining anything dealing with the longitudinal. Why? Because the longitudinal EMF is the physics of soul. That's longitudinal coherence, being able to make a bubble of charge we call an aura coherently around you and embed that. It takes perfect embeddability into the longitudinal array of the earth. So imagine, remember how I showed y'all that torus field? Remember it was a torus field. It was a little like toy, right? I ended up giving it to my brother. Well, if you took a smaller one and embedded it into that, it would fit into that perfect. So a world within a world, a wave within a wave, just like when you throw the rock and it ripples out, right? But we were talking about phase conjugate pump waves. Instead of that ripple just going out, it will come back in. So that's implosion. It causes centripetal. So this is why I said in the post the other day, get centripetal or die. It's all about getting centripetal. Are you centrifugal, throwing all your energy out, going out, out, out? Or are you getting centripetal and bringing your energy in? So when you bring it in, it causes an implosion. So that's why I said, like, yeah, I love to run my mouth about this kind of stuff. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't talk about nothing that I can't prove. So I'm talking about the soul. We got the physics to prove that. Plus, we didn't need it anyway. We already knew. But I'm just saying, for anyone who wanted the static, like, yo, you can get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we got it. We know already. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so, all right, let's get into the physics of the tsunami real quick, right? So you have a boat on top of the water, and here it is under the water. You got a 600 mile per hour longitudinal wave. Whew. That boat doesn't feel anything. That boat doesn't feel anything, even though a 600 mile per hour longitudinal wave just went under it. But what happens is when you get to the shore is like this, right? So when that longitudinal wave, it's kind of funny, right? So when that longitudinal wave hits the shore, it comes like this, right? And then it becomes a standing transverse wave, and that's what kills everybody on there. So go look at the physics of the tsunami. They're going to explain it just like I did, but they're not going to tell you that, hey, it was the longitudinal wave. You see what I'm saying? So it's something real funny about that. So I'm pretty sure that when Dan Winter says that that's a top military secret, that they don't want you to understand, it's not that you can't know about it, really. It's that they don't want you to explain. They don't want you to understand it. They don't want you to dig into that, because like I said, that's a top military secret. Go type in on Google right now, military grade telepathy, 100-mile range, 1,000-mile range, and a document will pop up about a military document will pop up about how they got synthetic telepathy. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't talk about anything I can't prove. Like, yo, go look at that. That's what I'm saying. Yo, like, I don't give a damn about showing it, man. Spirit, light, body, y'all. Wholeness to Dan Winter, wholeness to Seven Beaumont, wholeness to everybody out there doing their thing, man. Mind's Eye, Soama, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like everybody out there. Like I said, so many of y'all, bro, saying I can't name them all. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's so many people out there doing the work and putting the work in on self, and that's what it's about. It's about expanding ourselves and stop going out so much centrifugal, and get centripetal and bring that energy in and learn to implode. You see what I'm saying? And there's a lot to that. I don't got time to exhaust it right now, but maybe one day we'll get into it. Spirit, light, body, man. Over and out, y'all. Wholeness.